15 foods that can kill you. While there are foods that can potentially pose health risks if consumed in large quantities or prepared improperly, it's important to note that the chances of them causing death are extremely rare. However, in this video, I will provide you with a list of 15 everyday foods that, under certain circumstances, may have adverse effects on health. Let's begin. First on the list, raw honey. Raw honey, which is honey in its purest form, straight from the hive, unheated, unpasteurized, and unprocessed, can be a rich source of essential nutrients like vitamins, minerals, enzymes, antioxidants, and other phytonutrients. However, it can also contain spores of the bacteria Clostridium botulinum. This bacteria produces a potent neurotoxin that can lead to botulism, a rare but potentially life-threatening illness characterized by muscle weakness, paralysis, and even respiratory failure. The risk primarily affects infants and young children under 1 year of age who have immature digestive systems that are not yet capable of preventing the growth of these spores. For adults and older children, the mature digestive system typically inhibits the bacteria from growing and producing toxins. Thus, it is advised not to give honey in any form, including honey-containing foods, to children less than 1 year of age. 2. Raw eggs. Raw or undercooked eggs, particularly those that have not been pasteurized, may contain the salmonella bacteria, leading to salmonellosis, a type of food poisoning. Symptoms of salmonellosis include gastrointestinal issues such as nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain, and fever, which usually appear 6 hours to 6 days after eating contaminated food. In severe cases, the infection can spread to the bloodstream and cause more serious complications, including life-threatening infections, especially in individuals with weakened immune systems like the elderly, infants, and those with chronic diseases. Therefore, it is recommended to cook eggs thoroughly or use pasteurized eggs to mitigate this risk. Number 3. Uncooked rice. Uncooked rice can harbor spores of Bacillus cereus, a bacteria that produces toxins when given the right conditions to grow. These toxins can lead to 2 types of illnesses: emetic, vomiting, and diarrheal. The problem arises when cooked rice is left at room temperature for a prolonged period. The heat-resistant spores can survive cooking and, if conditions are favorable, can germinate and produce toxins, leading to foodborne illness. Symptoms can develop within 1 to 5 hours, emetic type, or 6 to 15 hours, diarrheal type, after consumption. Proper storage and reheating of cooked rice, such as refrigerating within 2 hours of cooking and reheating to a temperature of at least 165 degrees F, 74 degrees C, are necessary to prevent the growth of these bacterial spores. 4. Cassava. Cassava, also known as yucca, is a starchy root vegetable or tuber native to South America. It is a major source of carbohydrates and calories for people in many developing countries. However, cassava contains a naturally occurring compound called linamarin. When eaten raw or improperly cooked, the human body can convert linamarin into cyanide, a lethal poison. Symptoms of acute cyanide poisoning include dizziness, headaches, confusion, and in severe cases, convulsions and death. Long-term sublethal exposure to cyanide from improperly processed cassava can lead to a neurological disorder called konzo, characterized by irreversible paralysis in the legs. Proper processing techniques such as peeling, thorough cooking, soaking, or fermenting and drying can reduce the levels of cyanide in cassava, making it safe for consumption. 5. Nutmeg. Nutmeg is a popular spice derived from the seeds of the myristica fragrance tree used in a variety of culinary applications. However, consuming large amounts of nutmeg, especially in powdered form, can lead to nutmeg poisoning or myristicin poisoning, named after the organic compound myristicin found in nutmeg. Symptoms can appear within a few hours to a couple of days and include nausea, vomiting, dizziness, anxiety, hallucinations, dry mouth, and a sense of impending doom. In severe cases, it can cause convulsions, palpitations, and even death. However, the quantity needed for poisoning is far beyond what is typically used in cooking, and accidental poisonings are rare. 6. Bitter almonds. Bitter almonds, as opposed to the commonly eaten sweet almonds, contain a naturally occurring compound called amygdalin. When ingested, amygdalin is broken down into hydrogen cyanide, among other products. This can lead to cyanide poisoning, symptoms of which include dizziness, headache, nausea, vomiting, rapid breathing, and in severe cases can result in death. Due to this risk, the sale of raw bitter almonds is regulated or banned in many countries. Bitter almonds that are available have typically undergone a heating process to neutralize the amygdalin, rendering them safe to eat. 7. Ackee fruit. The ackee fruit originates from West Africa, but it is well known and widely consumed in Jamaica. This tropical fruit is a key component of Jamaica's national dish, ackee and saltfish. However, it carries a potential health risk if it's not properly harvested and prepared. The unripe or improperly prepared ackee fruit contains a toxin known as hypoglycin A. This toxin can induce a life-threatening condition called Jamaican vomiting sickness, characterized by severe vomiting, hypoglycemia, low blood sugar, and even death in severe cases. Coma can occur in some instances as well. Therefore, only the ripe ackee fruit, specifically the yellow arili that do not burst open naturally, should be consumed. 8. Fugu, pufferfish. Fugu is a delicacy in Japan that carries significant risk if not properly prepared. This seafood dish is made from pufferfish, which can contain tetrodotoxin, a powerful and potentially deadly neurotoxin found primarily in the fish's liver, intestines, and ovaries. Tetrodotoxin is potent enough that a tiny amount can cause paralysis, respiratory failure, and, in severe cases, death. Consequently, only chefs who have undergone rigorous training and hold a special license can prepare and serve fugu in Japan. Despite the risk, many people are drawn to the delicacy for its unique taste and texture. 9. Elderberries. Elderberries are small, dark berries that grow on the elder tree. While ripe and properly cooked elderberries are safe to consume and are known for their antioxidant properties and potential immune-boosting effects, their raw or unripe counterparts contain a toxic compound called cyanogenic glycoside. This compound can cause unpleasant symptoms, including nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. Moreover, elderberry leaves, stems, and twigs should also be avoided due to the presence of the same toxic compound. 10. Sassafras oil. Derived from the roots and bark of the sassafras tree, sassafras oil has been used historically for various medicinal and culinary purposes. However, the oil contains safrole, a volatile compound that has been identified as a potential carcinogen. Prolonged consumption of large amounts of sassafras oil or products containing it may heighten the risk of liver damage and cancer, prompting regulatory authorities like the FDA to ban its use as a food additive. 11. Rhubarb leaves. Rhubarb is a plant with edible stalks that are often used in cooking and baking, particularly in sweet dishes like pies. However, its leaves contain high concentrations of oxalic acid, a compound that can be toxic if ingested in large amounts. Oxalic acid poisoning can cause symptoms such as nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain, and convulsions. In severe cases, it can cause kidney stones, kidney damage, or even death. 12. Hot chili peppers. Consuming extremely hot chili peppers, such as the ghost pepper or Carolina Reaper, can cause severe discomfort due to the high concentration of capsaicin, the compound responsible for the burning sensation. Symptoms can include a burning sensation in the mouth, sweating, runny nose, and gastrointestinal upset. In rare cases, consuming excessively hot peppers can trigger anaphylaxis, a severe, potentially life-threatening allergic reaction, or a heart attack in individuals with underlying heart conditions. 13. Raw milk. Raw or unpasteurized milk may contain harmful bacteria such as Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria, which can cause severe illnesses including food poisoning, kidney failure, and potentially fatal infections. Those particularly at risk include pregnant women, young children, the elderly, and individuals with weakened immune systems, such as people with chronic illnesses or undergoing certain treatments like chemotherapy. Therefore, pasteurization, a process that heats milk to a specific temperature to kill harmful bacteria, is essential to ensure its safety for consumption. 14. Shellfish. Shellfish, including oysters, clams, mussels, and scallops, can accumulate harmful substances in their tissues, such as Vibrio bacteria, harmful algal toxins like those causing red tide, and heavy metals like mercury. Ingesting contaminated shellfish can lead to severe food poisoning, for example, Vibrio vulnificus infection, neurotoxic shellfish poisoning, or allergic reactions. Chronic exposure to mercury can lead to neurological issues. Hence, it's important to source shellfish from safe, non-contaminated waters and cook them thoroughly to kill potential pathogens. 15. Cherry pits and apple seeds. Cherry pits and apple seeds contain amygdalin, a compound that can release cyanide, a potent poison, when metabolized by the body. However, the small amounts of amygdalin in these seeds are generally not harmful unless consumed in large quantities. Swallowing a few seeds whole is less risky, as they typically pass through the digestive system intact. But crushing or chewing the seeds can increase exposure to the toxin. Despite the potential risk, fatalities from ingesting cherry pits or apple seeds are extremely rare. Remember that the risks associated with these foods are relatively low when consumed in moderation and with proper handling and preparation. It's important to maintain a balanced diet and consult with medical professionals or nutritionists for personalized advice regarding your specific health concerns. Thank you for watching.